And also, as you heard that we have very many groups.
What was your question?
That how you managed to maintain the movement.
Well, we did.
You know?
The movements get recreated, you know, every generation.
Yeah.
And so the young people who are involved in organizing against police violence today are the grandchildren of the ones who were active 50 years ago. So it's a question of passing it down, you know, from generation to generation. And some of us who were active back then are still active today.
And how you organize this? How do you pass this culture to the new generation? You organize the workshops?
Yes, through organizations, through music. You know, music is a main way of transmitting the desire to resist, to speak out against racism. There's a culture of resistance. And also the organizers. The organizers like you. They're the ones who, you know, continue that tradition. It never happens unless you have people who
But how did you manage to overcome the indifferences you had? Because, like, as I read about Malcolm X and Martin Luther and
well, there are always going to be differences. There are always contradictions. And you have to work with those contradictions. You don't want everybody to be the same anyway. You don't want everyone to think the same. So you recognize that they're bound to be disagreements and differences, just as we had the issue that came up in the meeting. But you figure out how to work with those contradictions to make them productive. And, you know, just as the women were talking about the problems that many of the men have not yet taken on. That's a difference, that's a contradiction. And we hope that eventually the men in the refugee movement will be active against questions of violence against women as well.